Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm DDF Racer and this is the 2 hours of Spa with AUS-NZ Racing. Wherever you are, whatever time it is, thank you so much for tuning in. There's quite a lot of you already today. This is awesome. Sean Smith, Unknown Man, Alex Gottnerson, almost got it wrong. Very Important Potato, Random T-Rex, fantastic to have you here, as well as any of you who are lurking in the chat and have not yet said hi. If you are there, feel free to say hi. I can see you in the chat on my screen, and I will see you in the chat when I go racing in VR. So, make yourself known, say hi, and I hope you enjoy what is hopefully going to be a fantastic race today. We are driving the GT4 car. Thanks to you guys. I actually put this out to my channel on a poll on my community section. And you guys, I think it was 70% roughly in favour of the GT4s. So I chose the GT4, and after doing...
Okay, Dan, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
There we go, practice is running in the background. We have 5 minutes left before qualifying starts. I chose the Lotus GT4 after some testing because I thought that was just the nicest car to drive, and I want to drive a nice car for 2 hours. I don't want to drive, say for example, the Porsche, which is just trying to kill me at every single corner. That's not fun for 2 hours. That's a very stressful event. So, yeah, here we go.
The leader has just done a 2:37.23.
People are going round in the background doing practice. Hello, Nick De Silva. Good to see you, mate. David Wood. Matthew Shears. Welcome back, Matthew. Thank you for helping me test the other night, by the way. We chose the Lotus, and we're down to roughly about 2 minute 33, 2 minute 32. But yeah, it's going to be great. And we have AUS-NZ on the chat as well. So, the format of this race is basically 2 hours. And any strategy, any tyres, any fuel you want, as long as you get to the end of the 2 hours. We're driving the GT4s, there'll be WTCR cars as well. Oh, Nick De Silva with the cheeky unlisted Le Mans stream. Yep, that was me doing some practice for my VLMC race next weekend, mate. It wasn't very good practice. I'm not having a fun time in that car at all, but we've still got a week to get that dialed in. So, me and Aidan Millwood actually will be doing that. He is going to be my co-driver for the race. And all jokes aside, because he's been the first person to say that he's going to, you know, throw it in the wall, he's going to be slow, but all jokes aside, he's actually pretty damn quick, Mr. Millwood. So I'm looking forward to that race. 2 commentators, 2 YouTubers, 1 car, 4 hours. Roughly this time next week, Saturday the 18th of April, around about 3 PM GMT. So that is going to be the big season finale. Yeah, unfortunately, Lewis has got other commitments. He's not going to be in the car. He can't make it, unfortunately, Nick. So it's just going to be me and Aidan. But that's next week's race. We got to focus on this week's race, and specifically today's race. Unknown Man, I'm good. I'm great, thank you. I'm in Australia, Brisbane to be specific, although at this time, you know, everyone's locked in their houses, basically. You could be anywhere in the world as long as you've got an internet connection. And that's the beauty of this whole sim racing thing, is we can still go out and we can still do our races. We can still do exactly what we've always been doing. We can still put on a show for you guys, and we can stay in isolation. You know, it's fantastic, and people around the world are doing that as well. Professional racing drivers are doing that, and we're in a great era for sim racing. And I know that my YouTube channel is still pretty small, and we're not quite up to the likes of your Jimmy Broadbents. We're nowhere near your Jimmy Broadbents or your Gamer Muscles or your Matt Malones or your Empty Boxes or thousands of other sim racers. But you know, we have a great time on this channel. You guys always come and you always support me, and
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
You're just the nicest. Seriously, you guys are honestly the best. You're the best fans. To quote a LH44 #blessed, we have the best fans here. We really do. DDF Racer YouTube channel really has the best fans. So thank you so much. If you enjoyed tonight's stream, tonight's race, then make sure you leave it a like and subscribe to see more, because AUS-NZ hosts these kind of races all the time, as well as doing Tuesday Thunder races. Every Tuesday we do half-an-hour races. And they're a little bit more fun, they're a little bit more laid back, with mandatory safety cars and that kind of thing, so just nice, close and exciting racing. But yeah, today, we're actually going to take it relatively seriously. And I should probably switch it over to RaceRoom spectator mode, so bear with me 1 second. There we go, we are in the practice session, you can see there. right about there somewhere. There's 1 minute left in the session. We switch over to a qualifying, which will last 25 minutes. So in a minute's time, we go qualifying for 25 minutes. At the end of those 25 minutes, excuse me, I had a lamb roast for lunch today, and it's coming back. After 25 minutes of qualifying, we have 5 minutes of warm-up, and then the race starts in precisely half an hour. So, if you are watching this on replay after the fact, I'll put a time code to that in the pinned comment. But if you're watching this live, then unfortunately you're just going to have to hang around and put it with me for half an hour while I go and try and qualify and put this thing on the grid. Without any further ado, let us bring in the AUS-NZ people. So I'm going to unmute the Discord chat, which is push to talk today. Unlike our usual Tuesday Thunder races, we are push to talk, so that should make a little less chatter on the radio. And let's just say hi. Good evening, everyone. How are we all?
Grand.
Yeah,
good, thanks, Dan.
Awesome. Awesome. Just live on YouTube, so if you got any final words before we commit ourselves to this qualifying session, forever hold your peace.
Your voice sounds funny on Discord.
Oh yeah? That's not the words I was hoping for, Sticky.
Final words, eh? I'm pretty sure I'm sorry will be pretty applicable.
Oh wait, I'll just check. Oh no, I've got the Dolby. I've got the
Just look out for maps coming last, okay?
No, you're right, Dan. I just didn't turn my Dolby on.
Ah. Dolby with the... Sticky with the Dolby. Oh well, best of luck everyone in the qualifying session. It'll probably be pretty quiet tonight. Everyone's going to be concentrating, but yeah, best luck for the quali in the race, and let's have fun.
Best of luck to you, Dan, as well.
Yeah, and thanks to Brody for putting this on and organising this as well. Big shout out to Brody for making this happen. Top guy.
Named a team after him.
Well, Brody Racing.
Brody Killing Racing.
And there we go. That is the AUS-NZ guys. So we are now qualifying. So without any further ado, let me pause the music, switch it over to RaceRoom, get my VR headset on, and go racing. This is the most graceful part of the stream, as you can see. So, bear with me 1 second. Very graceful. And we're now in VR. I should probably invent some sort of quick release system for that. Or some kind of hide screen, some temporary holding screen, so you don't have to see me do that. So RaceRoom mode is enabled. We have our car set up here, which you can't see because my VR window is in the way. So I'm going to take my fuel down. Fuel is roughly about 3.5 litres a lap, so let's get 3 laps in, I reckon. So it'll be 3.57, 10.5. Let's put 12 litres in just to be safe, because the cars here in RaceRoom like to cough and splutter when they get to about a litre left to go, and I don't want to run out of fuel before the line and grind to an unceremonious halt. Okay?
Pit lane speed limit is 80 kilometers per hour.
Hey, Ultiman, good to see you, mate. Launch, good to see you. Start the engine. There we go. Put the limiter on. Check our pits, and away we go. To set a lap time here at Spa. So, like I said, we've got 22 minutes left in the qualifying session now, because I've talked for the first couple of minutes of it.
Watch your mirrors. Stay behind the white line. Okay, Dan, we've got 22 minutes to get the job done. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Your brakes are cold. We need to get some heat into them.
Gonna let this guy go, move out of the way.
It's clear.
Let them have a clean lap. There we go. And away we go. No one else behind us in the mirrors. In these GT4 cars, specifically this Lotus Evora GT4, Eau Rouge isn't quite flat out, which is scary. Which is very scary. And I will point something out nice and early, just so you guys can see. On the bottom right of the screen, there is a position tracker. Now, of course, it is multi-class race today, so we have individual class standings. The GT4s are in yellow, And the TCR cars are in like an orangey red kind of colour. 96 litres in this tank, Mr. Potato. It's currently 7 PM here in Brisbane. So, I've had some lunch earlier on today. I've had a nice walk. I've had some practice, nice big drink of water. And I'm ready to go racing. At a rather convenient time.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Normally I'm used to going racing at 1 o'clock in the morning because that's when the Europeans like to do it on a Saturday. So this is a nice, refreshing change. And this Lotus is an absolute pleasure to drive, it really is. It kind of just floats around the track, but not in a floaty kind of way, which is very contradictory. It's very... You got to be very smooth. You got to be very precise. Hey, Sean, how are you, mate? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, T-Rex, you finally caught a live stream, mate.
Hello?
That's 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes.
So we're now coming out to finish our outlap and start our qualifying lap.
Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
We got fuel in the tank for 2 laps. Around the final corner, wait for the car to bite and floor it. Make sure I got the traction control on setting number 3, because that's what I like.
Green flag sector 1.
If all goes well in the race, I'm planning on doing 1 stop. Because you need about a tank and 3/4 to make it, so I only need to stop for fuel once, and the tyres don't drop off too badly. Now, this is where the strategy gets interesting, because obviously we're driving the GT4 cars, as you can see on the position tracker is yellow. The TCR cars, they're front-wheel drive, they chew through the tyres.
Yellow flag sector 1.
They're going to need to make an extra pit stop for tyres. Which you'd think, great, we've got the advantage. Well, not necessarily, because they're around about 2 seconds a lap faster. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether over the course of the race they can pull out enough of a gap to cancel out the need for that extra pit stop. And of course we can still go for the class win, or the class, positions, but there is a case of overall victory because these cars are very closely matched. But we've got a field of about 24, maybe 30 people. I think we've got about 30 people in tonight's race all up, so we've got a pretty big field. Quite a lot of Europeans as well, Belgians and all that kind of thing, and French, which is nice to see. We're getting some people from across the water join us for our special events, especially here at a Belgian track. Will the home advantage play in their favour? Will people be throwing baguettes onto the racetrack at the halfway point? We will find out. T-Rex, these races are kind of organised whenever, really. These special events, these 2 hours. Usually every few months, maybe. So they're not well, they are a regular thing, but they're not at like a fixed time. So it kind of depends on when they get organised for, really. Hey, MJ.
The leader's just done a 2:33.
Oh, I know Sean's not kidding.
That's pole. That puts you 1.4 quicker than second place. You've just done a 2:32.22.
There we go, that's the fastest lap so far. 2:32.2, that's not too bad. Or as Naptic would say, not bad.
One is clear.
Oh, a bit wide. See what I mean? It's not quite flat out, and we've lost a few hundredths of a second there, which is going to cost us all the way down the straight. You've really got to nail that corner. It's such a tricky corner, because if you don't...
Sector 1 is yellow. Green flag sector 1. Sector 1 time's okay.
If you don't, you're just going to lose speed all the way down that straight. And you can see my relative time.
Fastest lap for Steam, 2:31.08. Yellow flag.
Jeez, Brody.
Clear, green flag.
Brody with the 2:31. Where'd that come from?
Looks like P4 has binned it in the chicane. Green flag, sector 2.
Brody is the resident alien around here. He's always pretty fast, but a second and a half up the road already. That's quite substantial. I don't think I can match that. Hey, Georg. Thanks, mate. Gonna need all the luck I can get. Brody's racing today. Our resident alien here at AUS-NZ. Did you hear a Spinala, T-Rex? Maybe. But that's what you can vote on. If you guys notice on the bottom of the screen, there is a vote. So basically, whether you think I'm going to throw it away or not, whether I'm going to ruin the race, will DDF bin it? You can actually vote on that during the live chat. So if you think I am, then type into the live chat, ! vote yes. And if you think I'm going to survive the race without any kind of mistakes or crashes, then vote. Then type in the chat, ! vote no.
V2, it's your best lap in this session. You're currently 1.1 seconds off the leader's pace.
John Miller, thank you.
Pace in sector 3, yellow flag.
Thank you very much for the support there, mate. But yeah, there are no prizes to this. There are no winners or losers, just the satisfaction of knowing that you got the vote right. Car feels a little bit different than I remember. But anyway, no time to waste. Let's go out and try and set some laps again. Hey, unknown man. Unfortunately, it might be a little bit too late to join. You have to register for this event in advance. And you have to be a member of the AUS-NZ Racing, which is easy to do. Just go and find them on Discord.
There's traffic behind.
But it might be a little bit too late to join in this one.
It's just done 2:30.78.
Jeez, Brody, how'd you get a 2:30?
Green flag sector 1.
And about your question about Thrustmaster, I genuinely don't have any idea, unfortunately. The only wheel I've ever used on this channel is a Logitech G29. So I don't actually have much experience with other kind of hardware, so I really don't know, you know. Sorry I can't be much help to you, mate, but I wouldn't want to give you a fake answer. Because if I give you a fake answer and you decide to buy it and you don't like it, you'll say, "Oh, DDF Racer told me to buy a Thrustmaster, wherever it was, wheel." And I wouldn't really want to put you in that position, mate. But I'm sure there's people in the chat who can help out. Like Mantis. Mantis is an absolute legend in the VLMC Championship. He's a speedy guy. He knows his stuff.
Yellow flag. You're clear. Incident clear.
Thanks, Mantis. Good time in there, mate. Good to see you.
Incident in sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is clear.
Aidan Millwood has entered the chat. Is Aidan in the split? Yeah, he is. He's right there. Welcome along, mate. Looking forward to sharing this number 67 Zancho Aston Martin GT3 car at Le Mans 4 hours next weekend, buddy. Aidan Railroad Millwood, should we say. Okay, let's give this guy some gap. Is anyone else having problems with the stream? Anyone having buffering or issues? Now's the time to let me know so I can fix it before the race. But let me know if the visuals look good, let me know if the audio levels are good, and I'll see if I can fix it before we start. Should be okay. Oh, that's as close as you want to get with those track limits. Three tenths per second up. Get it in nice and early to the apex. Use the curbs, get the car turned around, but not that much. That was very sloppy. I think I lost about half a second there, maybe.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Ooh. And this lap's going to be aborted, I reckon. Okay, let's try.
10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
That's a problem. I got stuck behind a TCR car and there's no point wasting another however many minutes going around. I'd rather just come back to the pits and start again.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. Watch your mirrors. Green flag sector 3.
He says as he comes out of the pits directly behind another TCR car. Oh wow, stream quality is terrible. Well, I can assure you I'm uploading at 1080p, guys. And if you're having problems at your end, I'm sad for you that you can't enjoy the stream in glorious HD. Yeah, that's correct, Mantis. Arisi and Johnson are the only people who've won in GT3 in the VLMC so far.
Yellow flag sector 2.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Nick De Silva had some excellent pace in the last two rounds, especially at Sebring, when he had a drive-through penalty and then a spin at turn 1 over the bumps, same as myself. It's very unfortunate, mate. And then we won't talk about our little incident at Virginia, alright? Give this guy the position, he's a lot faster than me.
Right side's clear.
Someone ghosted out there in the middle of the track.
Green flag, you're clear.
Maybe if I can stick with this TCR I can get a draft off them.
Sector 3 is yellow. Green flag sector 3.
We've currently got 7 minutes and 54 seconds left in this qualifying session.
Sector 2.
We're currently in position 2 on the grid. 1.4 seconds. Let me just say that again. 1.4 seconds behind Brody. 1.4!
Yellow flag, green flag, all clear.
Even if I do my best ever lap, I'd be lucky to get within a second of him. That guy is seriously fast. Just turns up, used to the default setup. I mean, you could say it's rigged. He organised the whole thing. But I wouldn't dare say that. Because I'll never get invited back.
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag, you're clear, incident clear.
No! Ah!
Stay sharp. Sector 2 is clear. Watch the track limits. Please stand.
Okay, this is it then. We've got 6 minutes left in the session. We might get 2 laps in if... No, we won't. We'll only get 1 more lap in. Trying too hard. Just pushing too hard over the top of En Rouge. I did do a Magnussen.
Take care, there's a car approaching. Green flag, you're clear.
How can Brody be so fast? That doesn't count, by the way, guys. That is not a bin. That bin doesn't count. It's only in the race. I should probably put a disclaimer on top of the screen that specifies that. But then I'd probably have no screen space left with the amount of disclaimers that are on there. We were a quarter of a second up at that point, though.
Sector 2 is yellow.
We are starting from second. So that's good, I guess.
Green flag, sector 2.
Brody! Brody in the chat. Minardi Fan 95. Mate, how did you get a 2 minute 30.4? Seriously, Brody. Honestly, mate.
Sector 3 is clear.
The car does feel a lot more understeery today, though, for some reason. I don't know what it is. But it doesn't quite feel as grippy as when I had my practice session. Hey, Olaf, happy Easter to you too, mate. Welcome along. Wow, we got a heap of people here tonight. This is awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Got 5 minutes left in the qualifying, and then we have 5 minutes of warm-up. And then we have 2 hours of racing.
5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Thank you, Mr. Spot. I just said that.
Yellow flag, sector 2.
You're not the only person who is surprised with that lap, Brody. Maybe I could get into the 231s if I nail the perfect lap. Well, 230, that's just crazy. You crazy, man. Alright, I'm going to stop looking at chat for this lap, and I'm going to just concentrate.
Green flag, sector 2.
I'll see you in 2.5 minutes.
Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear.
Hopefully this Porsche GT4 ahead of us doesn't get in the way too much. Looks like they're having a few connection issues as well, going sideways down the straight.
Sector 1 is clear.
That's as much of the track limits as you want to take. Picking up a distant toe here, that's good. But hopefully they don't block us in the corners.
Did anyone else get booted?
Nah, mate.
Not yet.
Rejoin, brother.
Yeah, but I won't get a quality in, so I'll be at the back.
The strategy there was not to have a good time in the first place, so you lose nothing.
I was going to grow
Ah.
so the first time I'm in front of Stiggy.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted. Yellow flag in sector 3. Incident in sector 2.
My
Sector
games
2
will
is
bug
yellow.
out as well.
Well, that's it, guys. No qualifying. Well, no qualifying second attempt. Turns out our first lap was the only lap that would do it.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes.
Because we ran wide. Because we ran wide and disqualified our lap. And we were only 2 tenths up anyway. So, let's have a look at the... Not the race monitor. I don't want the race monitor. I want the timing. So you can see here... Thomas Jaeger currently in pole position, but he is in the WTCR car. You can see here the Lotus of Daniel D. Finney. That is myself. In 7th overall, but 2nd in class behind Brody Steen, who is the lead GT4 car. You can see him there. We've got Renault, Herbion behind us, who is in another Lotus GT4. Excuse me. And we have 1 minute left in qualifying, so I'm going to use this opportunity to put my race fuel in. So I shouldn't really be showing this on the stream because then people are going to get ideas.
This is the longest I've ever had to wait for it to log in.
I'm going to go for a short first stint and then fill her up for the end of the race, because there's no point going super long on the first stint. Once the track rubbers in, there'll be more grip. Once the race settles down and I'm away from other cars, it'll be safer to go into a higher fuel load. Yeah, I ran a little bit too wide. Aiden, Olaf. Yeah, I ruined that lap. But I'm still in second. Luckily, I put my first lap in. That was good. So we need to add 96 at the stop. That's fuel. I'm going to change tyres. So 1 stop today, guys. Short first stint. Break away from the pack. And then we'll come in. We'll fill her up. We'll put some new tyres on and we'll go to the end of the race. So you can get about an hour and 10 minutes on a tank of fuel in this car.
That's the end of the session, P2.
Yeah, less fuel time at the end, but I would rather build a gap at the start. I'd rather gap it at the start. So, let's switch it back over to RaceRoom mode. Let's take our glasses off and put our other glasses on and get ready to go into the race.
Didn't time that right.
Proceeding to next session. Okay, here we are. Oh no, it's a warm-up. I forgot about that. We got a warm-up first. Okay.
Pit lane speed limit is 80
Well, good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Well, I think everyone who signed up has turned up to the race. Jesus.
It's the first.
Great. I know.
How's the start? Shit. Just qualifying times, so GT4s and TCRs will be mixed together.
Cool. Rolling or standing?
Standing start.
Perfect.
GT3s would just be all beamers.
Yeah.
Pit exit's clear. Yellow flag. Stay sharp.
There's only 2 of them.
The brake temperatures are low. We need to get some heat into them.
Got Ace, what's good?
Randy Porsche in these courts. Better
It's
off the
good to
start.
see a Porsche, an Audi, and a Merc. And
I don't know whether I'm angry or not. I was qualified 9th and got kicked out and I'm the back, but that means I missed the shit at the first.
You're 25th.
Green flag, you're clear.
Brody, where's the lacquer? Need the whiteboard.
Just here for safety rating, Aiden.
Prepared.
Yellow flag.
Maybe
You guys
next
will
time.
notice I'm not actually using a clutch. I'm using a HOTAS controller
If to do it.
because my clutch pedal has died.
Yes, I'll have to donate to him a whiteboard and some markers.
Green flag, all clear. Yellow flag. Stay sharp.
I would totally do that as a segment for the broadcast on the next event, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
Go through your fuel strategies.
But we need a race that has strategies, though. Cars, like, maybe set it to 2 times fuel usage or tyres or something, so there is like a crossover.
I think this would be the perfect race to show off the strategies between TCR and GT4. Because I think TCR need to do 2 stops on tyres.
Yellow flag.
More than that, bro.
Oh,
Green flag, sector 1.
I'm driving apparently.
Yeah, I reckon 3, 4.
Green flag.
You mean like I had a good yarn today?
Hey, Rangy! How are you, mate?
Oh, narrated it.
He didn't drop a brake disc on his foot.
One more practice.
Yellow flag. Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Okay, so clutch, around about the 20% mark. Okay, that's good. I could get used to that.
Okay, pit stop requested.
Practice my pit entry one last time before we start the race. Thank you so much everybody for turning up. It's great to have you here. So many people watching. Hopefully I can do you proud. Olaf?
We think that's a no. Herbilon have gone off in La Source.
Dan will do a drag off the launch control.
Sector 1 is clear.
Oh yeah, that's right. TCRs have got launch control, eh?
Yeah, boy.
Oh no.
Hey, isn't that streaming it?
Yellow
Sorry?
flag, Sector 3. On your left side.
I think Aptic might be doing the AK
Left
event.
side's clear.
Well, fingers crossed, Rangy. It's NSU at Norris Ring. That's a pretty good combo to come back for. Unknown man, I'm using a Logitech G29.
Green flag, Sector 3.
Very tight pit entry here.
Engage limiter. Box in. 390
I think we're going to see some real
meters.
alternative pit strategies coming, like actually changing all the tyres. We don't need using one for pit brake.
You actually have to turn the engine off in this car as well.
I think that's it.
In the pit stop,
Come from
I have to turn the engine off. So remind me to stretch my legs. Okay. Car setup.
I could crack a beer, have a dart while my tyres and fuel change.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 2
66
minutes
to
until
start.
we can go.
Front tyres, cool. That's good. Pit stop presets. 96 litres full tank, new tyres.
Checker flags out. P5.
We're good to go. We are good to go. Alright, good luck everybody. Have a safe race.
Yeah, mate.
Good luck.
Best of luck, everyone. Go and smash it. And don't give up! Never give up!
I'm never
All the
gonna give you up.
TCR cars are ahead of the GT4s.
Oh, it's split the classes, yeah?
Okay, here we go.
Alright guys, if you are in...
Apparently, RaceRoom thinks that GT4 has an advantage.
If you guys are enjoying the stream so far, then don't forget to leave it a like, say hi in chat. And yeah, best of luck for this race, eh? Over 2 hours here, GT4s versus TCRs at Spa.
So far stuff. Good.
Strategy is going to be an interesting one.
Anyway. 2 hours.
Thanks, racing
Let's
nerd.
go.
Thanks everybody.
Let's dance.
Here we go.
Last one to the first corner's got a small
here we
diddle.
go.
Good luck, fella.
Floor it. Green, green, green. Car left. 3 wide. We're on the right. You are clear on the left. On your left. Left side's clear. Car left. It's 3 wide. We're on the right. Car left. We're on the right side. 3 wide. On your left. Hold your line.
Like I know I wanted to be that guy. Good work,
Still there.
everyone.
Yellow flag. Stay sharp. He's still with you. Green flag. You're clear. Clear left.
It's not worth going side by side through Eau Rouge on the first lap.
Left side.
Give him some space for the rejoin.
I got cars disappearing in front of me.
Clear on the
Fuck.
left.
We got Brody off the line.
Green flag. All clear.
We got Brody. We're in the lead.
Dodged the bullet on that one.
What happened to Brody? Made a rocket of a start past all these TCR cars. Got a little bit of a buffer between us now. I think he's like 3 or 4 places back, but we're in different classes. Strategy intensifies. Don't forget, anyone in the position tracker that isn't yellow in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, they're not in our class, so they're not actually in our direct race. So the car ahead, Dave Smart. The car ahead, Dave Steinweider. We're not actually racing them for position.
Incident clear. Green flag. Sector 2 is clear.
Oh, it's Slippy on full fuel. Hey, that HOTAS was alright for a clutch pedal on the start, eh? I'm glad I did my practice now. I'm first in class, but not against the TCRs. These are a different class.
Still there, clear right.
Looks like the GT4s have got a top speed advantage as well.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
Whoa!
Right side's clear.
Holy dive bomb, Batman! And this is where it starts to get messy because we're faster on the straights.
Still there, clear on the left. Okay, Dan, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot
Nice
on.
re-entry too.
We're faster on the straights, they're faster in the corners. We're better on the tyres, they're worse on the tyres. Someone with a slight connection issue up ahead of us there. I thought they were going off into the side of Eau Rouge.
Sector 3 is clear.
Yeah, we got a massive speed advantage here.
Clear on the left. Don't be distracted, defend your position.
We got a blinker. We got a blinker. This is quite distracting trying to race this guy ahead of us. Nah.
The stewards have warned us for cutting the track.
Need to get past him fast. Very bad connection here for Alexander ahead of us. Where's he going?
Right side. Keep this line.
I didn't see him there, he disappeared. Oh, this is very nervous.
He's still with you. Right side's clear.
Oh, Brown, Code Brown moment there.
Alright, clear right. Left side, clear left.
Cannot tell where this guy
Sector 3
is.
is yellow. Looks like P5 spinned it.
He actually gave me a hit at the bumper then, which saved me coming out the final chicane. Yeah, it's hard to see somebody who isn't there. Less than expert racing, that was pretty stressful. We are still in the lead of the class. The GT4 class.
Green flag sector 3.
Building a little bit of a gap now. Brody's fallen behind. This isn't part of his strategy, I'm sure.
Gap to steam behind is increasing. It's now 1.7.
We're on lap 3 of the race. 1 hour 54 to go though. It's a long one today.
Oh, that's a very big, nasty one.
Sector 2 is yellow.
This is our chance. This is pivotal in the race.
We think O'Brien has crashed in the chicane.
While Brody's distracted with the guy behind us trying to get past, we've got to try and build a gap.
Sector 1 is clear.
Got to get some solid laps in. Because I'm under no impression that Brody is a lot faster. He's at least a second a lap faster than me.
Green flag sector 2.
So I'm quite surprised to find myself in the lead of this race. I wasn't expecting that. I expected Brody to just run away into the distance. Hope you guys are enjoying the race and the stream so far. If you are, you know what to do. Say hi in chat, press that like button, and subscribe if you want to see more. If you're not already subscribed, that is. Less than expert racing, yes.
Closing in. The gap is now 0.9.
That is correct. Not long until the TCR cars have to pit. Because they're front wheel drive. They're going to chew up those front tyres. We're real wheel drive in these GT4s. So it's just completely different strategy. Brakes. Come on, Dan. Although I think Brody's on full fuel as well. Whereas we're not.
This is brilliant. Keep it up. That's the best lap in your class. That was a 2:33.16. There's some faster cars approaching. They're fighting for position.
Whoa. There's not much grip in this thing on full fuel, that's for sure. Seems like I got less grip than in practice as well. Brody's now 3 seconds behind, maybe? Brakes, really struggling with the brakes at the moment for some reason. An on-power understeer.
Thank you. Fuck.
Oh, is that blinker disconnected, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I think the ping got him there.
So that guy, he was a buffer between me and Brody.
Inside me.
Where's John Bradshaw when you need him?
Sector 2.
I got a bit of a phantom bump in the source that lap.
Green flag, sector 2. The gap
Even if he doesn't touch, he still makes
behind
it
is now
nervous.
2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Holy understeer. That's a bit better. We're pulling away from Alex Swenson in third as well, which is always good. He's going to be our real battle, I think, today. Me versus Swenson. As once the pit stops equal out, Brody catches back up again. He's gone. Suffering with a few dropped frames here in the headset. Hopefully that isn't affecting the footage on the monitor for you guys too much.
We're setting the pace. That was a 2:33.18.
Although you're probably only watching in 360 anyway, so there is that. .233.1. It's not a bad lap. For race pace, that is. I mean, obviously Brody was doing 2-minute 30s in qualifying. I did a 2:32 flat, I think was my best time. You never know, I might actually have a chance of this. Then again, there's false optimism creeping in.
You're in the lead. Okay, Dan, we'll need to pit for fuel. 51 minutes into the race.
Excellent to hear it, John. There we go, that was a bit better. Try a light apex there and build the speed on the exit. So many of the corners around Spa that you're so used to in a Formula 1 car. or like a GT car that would normally be flat out. In this GT4 thing, this GT4 Lotus Evora to be specific.
The gap to Steam behind is now 2.1.
It's a lot more touch and go whether you'll make it round the corner or not. You've got to have so many confidence lifts to try and get the car turned. It just doesn't have the grip of the faster racing cars. I mean, we're doing 2-minute 33s around here at Spa. I'm sure someone in the chat can let me know what the lap record is in the Formula 1 car here, but I think it's 1 minute 40 something? I don't know. If Aiden's still around, he'll know that. That's the kind of thing Aiden knows. Mr. Encyclopedia himself. There we go, that was a better lap.
That's the quickest lap for your class. Yellow flag in sector 2. The lap time was at 2:32.77.
That was almost as good as my qualia.
Sector 2 is clear.
Maybe I'm just getting into the swing of things now, guys.
You got cat tracks on, Brody?
Yes.
Hey, Asa. 146.2. So we're like 50 seconds off the pace of a Formula 1 car around here. That just goes to show the speed of the GT4s. Oh! Big slide on the chicane then. Lake Hume, I believe it's called. It's so easy to pick up a cut track around here. Every time you run wide, I'm paranoid about getting that message from the race director. What's the incident limit, Brody?
No limit on incidents.
Ah. Less than expert, that is very true. You can go racing in a GT4 car for a fraction of the cost of a Formula 1 car. And a fraction of the speed as well.
Have to say I don't advise going full Max Verstappen when he did the iRacing 24 with no incidents, so...
Steam behind is now
Oh no.
1.6 seconds.
There we go, nice and smooth through there. There's another fastest lap. Yeah, unknown. That's one of the great things about sim racing.
2:66. Sector 2 is 0.8 off the pace.
For a relatively modest budget, anyone can go sim racing. And at the moment, sim racing against actual professional racing drivers. It's crazy what's going on at the moment with all these esports events. I don't know if anyone... Ooh, wiggly wiggly.
Alright, Dan, we've run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
That was that was another Code Brown moment. Hey, Adam Rainey, long-time supporter of the channel. Hello, mate. Everyone give Adam a big hi in chat. He's helped out this channel massively over the last few years. If you're on my Discord, then Adam's personally responsible for that. He was the one who gave me the idea to set up a Discord. Big shout outs to Adam. He also helps out with all of the community events. Helps out with the moderation, that kind of thing. And he's very truly appreciated. IBG Racer. This is the Lotus Evora GT4 car. At Spa-Francorchamps. Ooh, too hot into that corner. I felt the rear of the car going round. I didn't want to downshift it into third. Just when you're losing stability at the rear, the last thing you want to do is basically downshift it, because that's just going to loop it as well. Yeah, that is true about these esports events. Most of them are based in Europe, which isn't really convenient for Australia. Well, I'm not Australian, I'm English, but people in Australia, like myself. If you want to go racing with the Europeans, it's usually between 1 and 5 in the morning. That's what works best for them. Brody's right behind me now. Brody's right behind.
Steam behind is now 1.4 seconds.
Oh, he's going to get me in the next few laps, I think. He's 1 second faster. He did a 2:31.5 fastest lap. If he goes for it, I'm not going to fight it too much, because I know he is the better racer. That's Radion, actually. True. We're on lap 8 here, 20 minutes down. 1 hour 40 to go. I hope you guys are enjoying the race so far. We're going to have a long strategic battle in store. I might be leading at the moment, but I don't think that's going to last, because Brody is definitely the faster person. Yeah, it's still in the lead for now. Not the overall race lead, that is, but class lead. GT4 lead. Had a stonker of a start. I managed to put a few gaps, a few cars in the gap between me and Brody in the WTCRs. He got stuck behind him, I built out a little bit of a gap. But now he's closing right back up on me again. Yeah, made a ripper of a start. Potato. Got Brody off the line, put some touring cars between us. Took him a few laps to get past them, but now we're together on the track. No, it's not actually too much of a nervous car to drive, Adam, to be honest with you. It just has a lot of on-power understeer.
Sector 1, green flag.
It might look a little bit nervous, but I'm just fine correcting.
That's the best lap in your class. Your lap time was 2:32.20. Sector 2 is 0.42 off the pace.
Brody's right there. I wonder what the gap to Swenson is. We've got 12 seconds to Alex Swenson behind us.
Yellow flag.
Oh, that makes me nervous seeing someone like that.
Incident clear, green flag.
Where's Swenson?
You're breaking up, say again please.
Mr. Spotter, voice activation not working too well.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Sector 1 is clear.
Overall win is definitely out of the question, because that guy behind me, Brody Steen, he is going to get me. Guaranteed. I managed to hold him off at Bathurst for the 2 hours at Bathurst a couple of months ago, but that was because, well,
Steve is gaining on you. The gap's now 0.9.
that's because I started out with something like a 20-second advantage. Now I've got a 2-second advantage, and it's not going to last. Yeah, Less Than Expert Racing, do you have any idea how many times I've finished second in an AUS-NZ event? Too many. I'm not sure if Michael Power is in the chat right now, but he said it best in my TCR stream on Tuesday. He said, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. It's very true. I'm always second. There's always someone else who's faster than me. Understeer.
Sector 2 is clear.
Okay, I can hear Brody. I can hear his car behind me now. That's when you know he's getting faster, when you can hear him off throttle.
That lap was at 2:32.44. Alright Dan, that's good consistency, keep it up.
Thank you, Mr. Spotter. Who's in P3?
We don't have enough data for that.
Oh. I should really turn off the voice activation for Mr. Spotter. I don't think he's answered a single question right so far.
The gap to Steve behind is now 1.2.
Oh, that's terrible news, Adam. Is that true? That is incredibly sad if that's true. Sterling Moss, racing legend. The fastest guy never to win the Formula 1 World Championship.
Sector 2 is yellow.
God damn, that's awful. Rest in peace, mate.
Sector 2 is clear.
Obviously, I'm too young to have seen him race,
The gap to Steve
but
behind
you hear all the stories and you hear all the current Formula 1 drivers just talking with him with the absolute utmost of respect. Excuse me. There's Brody. Oh, I overcooked it into the final chicane.
Just retired from the race.
Oh, Sticky, where are you going?
That lap time was
Oh, my engine's
2:33.01.
completely screwed, and it won't repair.
Oh no.
Oh, I got screwed the first lap, so I'm over it.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. It looks like we've got...
If only I had the headlight button mapped. JV's trick right about now.
That's alright, I've turned off mirrors, you're safe. No, jokes, I haven't actually.
Okay Dan, don't let this guy distract you.
Easier said than done, Mr. Spotter, it's Brody Steen. I think he's driving the crossbow, the KTM crossbow, which is renowned for having 0 straight line speed but incredible cornering ability. You in the KTM, Brody?
Sure am.
So we might just hold on to it on the straights.
Again at Bathurst.
Well, I held you off there for 2 hours, mate, but I don't like my chances today.
Give it time, someone will steer him off.
We've definitely got the straight line speed on Brody. As long as we can stay ahead of him, coming out of the corners, we should have it. Oh, a bit too wide there. Starting to get defensive now, holding the apex. Oh, this is going to be tense. Got about 25 minutes of fuel left.
232.88.
Hey, Yuri Jensen, welcome to the stream. Great to have you. This is an epic battle. It may not be the most action-packed battle, but am I under pressure or what? Brody is in the KTM, which isn't good on the straights. I'm in the Lotus, which is good on the straights.
Gap 2, steam behind.
So I can pull out a gap out of the corners. And he's a lot faster. On pure pace, he's about a second a lap faster than me. But I'm on a light fuel load, and he's got a full fuel load. So I'm going to have a longer pit stop. He's going to have a shorter pit stop. And all while this is going on, we're in the GT4 class. The TCR class is here as well. They're about 2 seconds a lap faster than Brody. But they absolutely chew up the tyres, so they're going to have to make an extra stop. Just look in the mirror though, look how much he's closing up on me into the corners. It's insane. You have to be very careful.
Focus on your exits.
Where is he? He's right in the slipstream. I can hear him. A bit wide. That's going to be track limits. No, it wasn't.
The guy on your left side's clear.
Yeah, those TCR tyres will be pretty sketchy by now, I imagine.
Your last lap time was 2:32.88.
That's as close as you want to get to the inside wall, guys. Yuri, this is actually my face. These aren't VR glasses. This is what my face actually looks like, mate. Nope.
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tidy.
In all seriousness, this is my sticker for my VR headset. When I was doing my research on what makes interesting videos when I redeveloped my channel about a year ago,
Smooth. No mistakes.
I noticed that a lot of people seem to enjoy looking at the eyes of a sim racer, looking at the concentration. You know, you could really tell what a sim racer was thinking by looking at their face. And unfortunately, when you race in VR, you can't see your face. So, I thought of a solution. I just put a sticker of my face on top of the VR headset. And that way, I just constantly look like I'm surprised. It's great. Oh no! Understeer! Way too wide. Oculus Rift CV1, unknown man. Where's Brody? He's there, poking his nose out in the mirrors. This is the widest Lotus GT4 Evora you've ever seen. He's right there! The only advantage I've got on Brody, the only thing that's keeping me ahead of him, is being lighter on fuel and having a straight line speed advantage. That said, oh, he's got the slipstream. I'm not going to fight it if he goes for it. He's going for it.
Clear right, right side. Right side's clear. There's a guy on your right. Still there. Still there. You are clear on the right.
He's got me.
Damn, come on mate, defend your
Oh, Brody. There's nothing I could do. No point defending at the end of the straight. I'm just going to lose too much time. And he's going to get me anyway. Although when we get to the straight, it's going to be pretty interesting.
It's increased to 8.9.
Let's see what kind of speed we get now. Yeah, I was going to lose the position anyway. It was only a matter of time before Brody got me. We've got 24 seconds to the car behind, Alex Swenson. Although we are picking up a hefty tow from Brody here. Look at this. Oh, this isn't over.
P2, you've just done a 2:33.83.
Slow in, fast out to get that slipstream. Get that slingshot out the corner. Oh, guys, it's not over yet. The straight line speed advantage could come back to us.
Okay, Dan, keep piling on the pressure. He'll make a mistake.
Hey, Christopher Okozel, how are you, mate? Oh, I think Brody's got a slipstream of the TCR car ahead of him. Oh, it saved him. We got some lap traffic in the mix.
The car on your right side. Right side's clear.
Oh, this ain't over yet, guys.
Past the car behind.
If I could just hang with him, might have a chance. Holy understeer, Batman.
Stay close, keep the pressure on. The gap to steam ahead is now 0.9.
Oh, I think we're just out of slipstream. I think we've lost the tow. We're about a second behind now. Yeah, we've lost him, I think. Yuri Jansen, thank you for the subscribe, mate.
232.80, 62 is 0.7 off the pace.
Great to have you here. This is one hell of a tough race. We've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Just cut the track. Okay, Dan, stay close. Wait for him to make a mistake.
Oh, I don't think I would have got the run on him there anyway. Fury, thank you for the subscribe. Great to have you here, mate. Hope you're enjoying the race. I certainly am. It might not be the most outright exciting race, but it's a tense one. He says as he completely messes up that corner. Come on, grip car. Oh, well and truly lost the slipstream now.
Ahead is increasing. It's now 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, Yuri. These GT4s are awesome. And how was that not a cut track and everything else was? I'm going to change all 4 tyres. Might as well. Oh, brakes.
Okay, Dan, there's a car exit in the pits, heads up. You're pulling away. The gap behind is now 11 seconds.
I'm just pushing. I'm pushing way too hard now. Way too hard. It's what Brody does to you. Yeah, slipstream's gone. Unless he makes a mistake, that's the lead right there. Woo! Into the distance.
Short field to the end by 11 litres.
not way ahead.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Sean Smith! Sean Smith, you keep your £10 to yourself, mate. That's ridiculously generous. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
It's increasing. It's now 1.7.
Maybe with those £10 I can buy myself some fancy new underpants. But even just normal underpants will do after this race. Like I said, everything that gets donated to the stream gets reinvested back into the stream. Whether it's new software, new hardware, or underpants. Or maybe I can use that £10 to pay Brody off for the next race so he's not as fast. Underpants are not essential, Nick. But without the underpants, it becomes pretty boring pretty quick washing my seat.
Okay, Dan, there's a faster car approaching. The leader's just done a 2:31.90. The gap behind is now 13 seconds.
That's none of your business, Nick. And I think you know the answer to that question.
Right side, clear on the right.
That's some lap traffic there. Yeah, the thing is with Brody, I've got him on the straights. But he's got me in the corners. And because he's now ahead of me, by the time we get to the straights, I'm too far behind to make any use of the slipstream. Okay, we now got 3 laps of fuel left. There's going to be pit stop time very soon, I think. Hey, Morza! Morza, how are you? I'm currently running in 2nd position. That's the guy right there, he's the leader. We held him off for nearly 40 minutes in the race, and then he managed to get past us, but he is genuinely quicker than me, so it wasn't a surprise. Let's see if I can regroup, get some extra speed and get him back. Well, we've got a nice gap to the guy behind though, probably about 20 seconds or so.
Speed ahead is increasing. It's now 2.5 seconds.
See, the tyres are now down to about 50% grip on the fronts. They are running pretty hot, especially that front left, as you can see from the graphics on the bottom left of the screen. Did Brody make some kind of mistake? He's suddenly a lot closer to me.
232.64.
Okay, this is very nice. All of a sudden, I think Brody's made some kind of mistake. I'm right behind him again, within a second. So now, his car is going to punch a hole in the air in front of me. It's going to drag me along. Can use that slipstream to my advantage, hopefully. Because his car's not very fast in the straight line anyway. He's running the KTM, I'm running the Lotus. Yeah, I've got to be careful with those punctures. Why is Brody going so slow? What's going on? Maybe he's having problems with the tyres on his car.
estimate you've got 5 minutes of fuel remaining.
It's been scientifically proven that the more you lean into a corner, the faster your car goes. True fact.
Head is now 1.0.
Yeah, that's a good point. He could very well be fuel saving. Good spot, Christopher.
P2.
Yeah, he may even have fried his tyres.
Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
I just realised.
In the pits to clear air. We should come out into position 10. A few seconds behind P10.
Oh, we've got 1.5 laps of fuel left. Next lap round, I panicked for a second then. Yeah, 1.5 litres of lap. Yeah, that underwear's only going to slow me down anyway.
Okay, pit stop requested. We're running on fumes, mate. In this lap, box this lap.
He's definitely getting slower. But then again, he's probably got a quarter of a tank left of fuel left. Whereas I'm running on empty and about to come into the pits for some new tyres. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Pay attention to track limits, please, Dan.
Yeah, those tyres are getting a bit sketchy. That could have been a huge moment. Edmund Trevelyan Johnson, welcome to the stream. How are you, mate? Just driving the Lotus GT4 at Spa-Francorchamps in the 2 hours of Spa with AUS-NZ Racing. Multi-class race between GT4s and TCRs. Currently running second in class. We held off Brody for the first 40 minutes of the race, but he's about a second a lap faster than me on pure pace, but he has no straight line speed. He's driving the KTM, I'm driving the Lotus. Only just holding on to him, but we are light on fuel. I decided to play the strategy and go for shorter first stint to try and break away from the pack. And it's worked, because I've broken away from the pack behind. I've got about 20 seconds.
Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
20 seconds to the car behind, that is. And Alex Swenson, I believe.
Alright, Dan. We should have plenty of space on the exit. We expect to exit the pits in position 9. A few seconds in front of 10th position.
Yeah, TCR is about 2 seconds a lap faster than the GT4s, but they will have to make an extra stop for fuel because they're chewing up their front tyres. With them being a front-wheel drive car, holy understeer.
We'll be warned about track limits. Activate limiter, box in 390 metres.
Engine off. Whoa, okay. That was a very intense first half of the race. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. If you are, don't forget to smash that like button, or just click it. Don't smash it. You don't want to break your computer. Say hi in chat, and if you want to see more of this stuff, because we do these events pretty regularly, subscribe. If you haven't already done so, of course. If you're here and you're not a subscriber, then that'd be good. I was looking through my analytics on YouTube the other day, and it turns out that 60% of the people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, which I think's, well, fascinating, really. So, you know what they say, don't be a statistic. Although if you do subscribe, you'll be one of those 40% and you'll still be a statistic.
Go, go!
have to manually restart the engine. We've got an hour and 7 minutes left in the race. We have an hour and 16 minutes worth of fuel in the car. We're currently down in 6th position, but that's because...
All clear on pit exit, you can push now.
That's because other people haven't made their pit stop. We got David behind us. Dylan Pro in the TCR, actually.
Class.
He's going for the move into Eau Rouge. Give him that position.
Clear left.
Wait for my brakes and tyres to come up to temperature first before I start going side by side in one of the most notorious corners in the world. It is very hot work. I don't have air conditioning here. We live in an old house here in Brisbane. No air conditioning. It's about 25 degrees. And I can't really put the ceiling fan on because then that messes with the sound on the microphone. So, like a real racing driver, I have to sweat it out and lose about 2 litres of body fluid in the process. Maybe not that much. Yeah, I do get pretty dehydrated after these streams. And I do tend to load up on water before I go racing. Because I don't like taking a break in the middle of the stream. Unless I know it's going to be a long race. Christopher, I am not organising any community fun races at the moment because it can be a little bit difficult to organise a time zone for everybody. But if you check out my Discord, link in the description, I'm actually organising a Hot Lap Challenge Championship at the moment. So we're already two challenges down. The second challenge went live on Friday, but there's going to be 8 challenges. You set the fastest lap time you possibly can, and then at the end of all 8 challenges...
The gap to Cooper behind is now 2.0 seconds.
I add up all the points, and we have a champion. And I do actually have prizes, believe it or not. A few people have donated a few things to me and said, "Here, Dan, you can have this." Which I thought was incredibly generous. So, I'm still in the process of finalising them. But once I have that all sorted out, I'll let you guys know in a video. But yeah, check out my Discord, the link in the description,
P6.
for the DDF Racer YouTube channel Hot Lap Challenge Championship. And go and set some times and see if you can beat me. Oh, you've already had a go, Chris. Oh, well, thank you for the opportunity to do some promo anyway, mate. Much appreciated. I'd forgotten about that, actually. I'd written myself some notes before the start of the stream about things I should talk about before I go on. Because, you know, I'm an organised YouTubing sim racing professional like that, and I don't want to be prepared, and that was one of them. But, as is always the way with these races, you start to concentrate on the cars on track, and you completely forget about everything you'd organised. I will be organising some community races at some point though. It's just a case of getting round to them. Being based in Australia makes it a little bit difficult though, unfortunately. So we're currently closing in on Bertrand Barrier ahead of us.
Sector 3 is clear.
I think he's driving from Belgium. Like, legit actually driving from Belgium. So he's got a bit of a shonky connection, as you can see his car kind of warping around a little bit ahead of us. He's not made a pit stop and he is a little bit off the pace, so... he's treating the back of that car like the hind legs of a donkey, to quote my favourite grandmother. As I drive over the curbs that will rattle my fillings loose. Sawtooth curb, I think it was. How many more Martin Brundle quotes can I get in there? Is there anyone called Martin in chat? Or David? Oh!
Go on your left. Still there. still there. Left side's clear. Car on your left side. Left side's clear. Left side. He's still there. You're clear on the left.
Okay, Dan, just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. P5.
Car either side, you're in the middle. Clear left. You're clear all round.
Car either side, you're in the middle.
24.32. There's a faster class car approaching. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow.
It'll be interesting to see the strategy once all the pit stops shake out, because like I said, some of the TCRs are going to have to make 3 stops. I went for the early stint.
Pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 0.8. Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. Don't let this guy intimidate you. Green flag, Sector 2.
Hugged my apex like my favourite granny. Very true, Mark Jones. I never had a favourite granny. Just putting that out there.
Okay, Dan, we've just cut the track.
I think I'm getting a little bit of lag on the server now, perhaps? It's a bit stuttery. Hopefully that's coming along for you in the chat. Hopefully that's not coming along for you in the chat. What kind of English is that, Dan? Concentrate, mate. Hopefully that is not also happening on the video. I'm getting stutters in the headset in VR here. As we are now almost at the halfway point. Oh wow. Halfway point. This is a long race. This feels like such a long race.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Yeah, 4 hours is going to seem like a long race, Yellow.
Sector 1 is clear.
But I have Aidan Millwood keeping me company in that car.
3.7. Okay, Dan, there's a faster class car approaching. Half distance. Fuel looks good.
I have Aidan Millwood to share the driving duties in that 4 hours. I believe I'm doing the first hour. He's doing the second and third hours, and I'm jumping back in for the end of the race. I think. Not sure yet. I have to speak to team strategist Nick Dealey, and obviously team janitor slash boss slash esports organizer Ed Trevelyan Johnson.
Yellow flag,
if he's still lurking here in chat. We got someone off to the side of the road. I think Clint's retired.
Incident clear. Green flag.
I love the sounds in RaceRoom.
Like Sector 1.
I know it seems like a random thing to say, but just dipping my front right tyre over the inside of the curb there and kicking up a little bit of grass, hearing it just like clonk, clonk, clonk underneath the car.
The leader, Steen, is pitting.
It's just something else, it really is. Just hearing the sounds. Okay, so Brody's in the pits. Our challenger from before, Mr. Brody Steen, is now in the pits. It's a long pit stop here, as you saw a few minutes ago. Although he has to take on less fuel than I do. So, I think he'll definitely come out ahead of me. It's just a case of how much. Thanks for the tip, less than expert.
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
Oh, that's Brody.
You've just done a 2:33.01.
Oh, Renault got us. Renault Herbion, I believe. Another Belgian racer. Or French racer, not too sure. He's jumped us in the stop. We're now down to 4th? I think? 4th maybe? They're not too far ahead though. Way too hot into Lake Hume.
You're reeling steam in. The gap is 5.5 seconds.
Brody's only 5.5 seconds.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
Oh, bit of a wiggle there. Guys, I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for sticking with the race. Thank you for sticking with the stream. I hope you're having a great time. I hope you're enjoying the race so far. I really, really appreciate your support. It's awesome to have you here watching this and sharing this racing experience with me. Whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world, seriously. To quote LH44 hashtag blessed, these fans are the best. You really are.
Lead car's pitting.
Okay, Brody's about 8 seconds up the road.
The guy ahead of us is Herbilon. Steam is now leading. P3. That was a 2:33.68.
Oh, unlucky T-Rex. Okay, we're now cycled back up to 2nd position. Excellent. We're actually not as far behind Brody as I would have thought. Looks like he's getting stuck in with a couple of WTCRs as well. That should slow him down a little bit. Come to me.
You're reeling steam in. The gap is now 5.1.
Oh, Michael Power has entered the chat. Michael Power, great to see you, mate. How many red wines deep are you now? Well, if you guys think I'm going to crash, then you should really put your money where your mouth is. Not that it'll cost you anything, but there is a vote running, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. We currently had 15 votes, 86.67% in favour of no. But if you do think I'm going to crash and throw this race away, then type into the chat !vote yes. If you think I'm going to keep hold of it, type into the chat !vote no. Greg is on my side. Greg, for everyone in the chat by the way.
10.0. Loving this, mate. This is perfect. P2. We're currently setting the pace.
Just to
232.71.
just to give this a bit more background, Greg is my father-in-law, and he is actually the person who fixed my Logitech G29 pedals when the potentiometer started to die in them. He was the one who did all the electrical work, and he did an absolutely fantastic job as well. So a big shout out to Greg and MPA Electrical for making this race possible today. Come on chat, let's get some shout outs for Greg.
Okay, Dan, you're reeling steam in. The gap's now 4.6.
Sticky. I haven't got the money for that, mate. Very important potato. You can't vote, Greg. You can only vote yes or no. You can't vote, Greg. Although, should I make that an option for the next race and not tell anybody? Do you think DDF is going to bin it? Yes, no, or Greg? Oh, we got someone off by the side of the track. That's a back marker.
Flag all clear.
Unfortunately, that's not Brody. Oh, I would have loved for that to have been Brody. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have, because I don't want to see any of my competitors suffer some bad luck. But at this particular moment, at this particular race, if there's one person I would have liked to have seen by the side of the track, it would have been Brody. But he's a little bit too good for that. Brody don't make no mistakes. He's a very good racer. And I'm incredibly surprised
Green flag, you're clear.
that I'm keeping up with him so far. And when I say keeping up with him, 10 seconds behind is very good in my estimation. You have to vote Greg, Michael. Okay, well I can't argue with that.
Away. The gap behind is now 30 seconds. We're quickest right now. That lap was a 2:33.59.
Sticky, in with the vote for the salmon cannon.
The car behind is pitting.
I don't know if anyone noticed, but I'm wearing the closest thing to a Belgian t-shirt I could find. I was planning on having a clove of garlic on my shoulder for this race, but unfortunately, I had to use that for my lamb roast this afternoon.
You're reeling steam in. The gap's now 4.5 seconds.
I really like the handling of this car on the second set of tyres. It seems to have a lot more grip than the first half of the race. Maybe there's a bit more rubber down on the track. Maybe I just have a bit more confidence and rhythm, you know. But I'm enjoying this. This second half of the race, the car's really starting to come to me. I'm not exactly sure what does constitute a Belgian t-shirt less than expert racing, but this is the closest I could find. Oh, Jelle, I'm not going to race Zandvoort. Not in my Dutch jacket. Mate, I'd die of heat exhaustion. That thing's actually surprisingly warm. I can only record the intro for that video with it, unfortunately. I did the first few laps wearing that jacket in that race, mate. And I thought, nah, this is too hot, and restarted. It could be that mark.
The gap to steam in front is now 4.3.
Thank you for bringing to my attention the fact that I could have made a very politically incorrect joke at the expense of the Belgian. Thanks, mate. Really appreciate that. top points for Mark Jones.
The quickest at the moment. You've just done a 2:33.00.
So we're now on to lap 29 of the AUS-NZ Racing 2 Hours of Spa-Francorchamps GT4 versus TCR cars.
Sector 1.
We are 1 hour and 15 minutes down.
Sector 1 is clear.
We've got 45 minutes-ish remaining. We have about 10 seconds to the leader, who is a lot faster than me.
Yellow flag, Sector 1. Herbelon has retired.
Herbelon is gone. So, and if you missed the start of the race, then we qualified in second. Made an absolute cracker of a start. We got Brody off the line, who naturally qualified on pole position by over a second and a half. The absolute rotter. But we got him off the start and we pulled out a little bit of a gap. We managed to put 3 or 4 TCR cars between me and him. So I managed to pull out by about 5 seconds. He then promptly got past the TCR cars in typical Brody fashion after about 15 minutes. And proceeded to close me down lap after lap after lap until about 45 minutes into the race when he got past me.
Steam ahead is now 3.0.
And when he did got past me, I managed to stick with him a little bit, but not much, unfortunately.
We've been warned about track limits.
Our pace at the start, probably thanks to running a light fuel load and coming in for an early pit stop and filling it up to the end. Brody started on a full tank of fuel, so he had a shorter pit stop. So he managed to pull out a few seconds on me there as well. So it's really, I didn't really play the strategy right, if I'm being honest with you. But as far as overall race positioning is going, the reason I put the low fuel in at the first stint was to try and break away from the cars behind. Try and build a gap, because I knew my race was never going to be with Brody. I was never going to be fighting Brody for the win. He's just too good. He's a second a lap faster. I wanted to try and pull away from the cars behind and just get a light fuel load on the go. And that seemed to work. We're now in a very, well, I wouldn't call it comfortable. It's not a comfortable second place, but
Sector 2 is yellow.
solid second place. We missed that apex completely.
It's clear.
Now, unless Brody makes some kind of mistake, we don't have the pace to catch up with him. But we are safe behind. So, as Michael Power always says, always the bridesmaid, never the bride. If I can hold it together for 43 minutes, we have ourselves a very solid second place.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. Okay, Dan, you're reeling. Steam in. The gap is now 1.6 seconds.
Ignore Mr. Spotter, that is not true. He's counting the gap to the TCR car ahead of me,
Sector 2 is clear.
who I am actually fighting for overall position. Believe it or not. But hopefully that gives you an idea of the race so far. Hopefully that's a bit of a rundown, because I don't intend on making a highlights video for this race, like my VLMC races. Although I'm doing a lot better than I normally would do in a VLMC race, that's for sure. Oh, I'd love to see Brody come and race in the VLMC though. I'd love to see how he'd compare. I think he'd be right up there, you know?
That last lap was at 2:33.22.
I think I'm hitting the limiter a bit too much. Downshifting into the first one. I think I need to downshift a bit later. Because that sound is the... that's the engine crying out in pain, pretty much. Because I'm on the limiter. Whoa, bit of a wiggle on the rear there. Michael Power back with the pit maneuver. Yeah, unfortunately we're not going to get to be able to do that today. Brody is way too far down the road for a pit maneuver. I'd have to shortcut half of the track to even be within striking distance of him at this rate.
Steam ahead is now 0.7.
Ignore Mr. Spotter, that is not Brody Steen ahead of us, that is the TCR car of Dave Smart. I've just realised I haven't heard anybody on the radio for at least an hour. It's awfully quiet in here tonight, guys. Everyone must be concentrating.
It's an abortion.
Mark, you know exactly how the noise goes.
My hardest to stay only one lap behind.
Yeah, it's a lot of concentration, this one. Awesome racing so far, though, guys.
I just don't know how people make their tyres last so long.
You...
I got mine down to 50 before I pitted just then. It was like ice skating.
The leaders must have been really bad. I was able to keep up with them.
Car on your right.
There's a faster car approaching.
Clear on the right.
Well, that's how that one gets out of the way. He just comes in for a pit stop.
The lap time was at 2:33.60.
Hey, Wushel, welcome to the stream. Good to see you, mate. Great to see everybody tonight. Seriously, so many people here. Thank you for tuning in. On Easter Sunday, no less. Wait, it is Sunday today, right? This whole quarantine lockdown thing's got me so confused. I don't know what day it is anymore.
The gap to Steam in front is now 11 seconds. Yellow flag. Green
Yeah.
flag, you're clear.
Very good point, less than expert.
Green flag, sector 2.
Maybe this is why Brody was struggling before, because his tyres were starting to wear down. Maybe we're going to have that same problem at the end of the race. Hey, Das, in the very unlikely event that I do win the Hot Lap Championship, then I will not claim any prizes. They will go to second position. But Brody's entered a few rounds of this Hot Lap Championship, and if his pace is anything like tonight, then I definitely won't be winning. That's for sure. We got Rohan ahead of us in the TCR there. He's now going another lap down.
Left side's clear.
That lap was a 2:33.26. That's good consistency, keep it up. Sector 1 is clear. Okay, now there's a faster car approaching.
John Miller, that is an absolutely fantastic idea, by the way. Underpants with the days of the week on them, so you can keep track of the days. Although I can see a flaw in your plan there, mate. It does mean you have to change underpants every day.
Sector 2.
Just saying. Why have we been talking about underpants so much tonight? Come on, let's get some fast laps on the board. The annoying thing is we're actually holding station with Brody. So he's not that much faster. Like qualifying pace, yeah, he's a second a lap. But race pace, I think we've got him.
The gap to Steen ahead is now 13 seconds. Yellow flag, sector 2.
Not what I like to hear.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
Well, at least the engine isn't dead.
Green flag.
Someone's having a rough time of it by the sounds of it. Oh, a bit too wide. Ooh, just clipped the grass on corner entry then. Felt like the rear was going to come round, so I had to lift off the brakes a little bit to avoid locking the rear tyres and spinning the car. It's not what you want to do when you're nearly 3/4 of the way through the race.
Time was 2:33.05. Sectors 1 and 3 are 2/10 off the pace. You're a second off the pace in sector 2.
Clear left.
Kevin McDonald staying nice and wide for us there. Thanks, Kevin.
No worries, Dan. Go get him.
It's Brody. It's not going to happen.
Well, you never know.
I like...
No, I'm just trying to keep my reflex like as good as possible so at least all the people still in the race get to...
Wushel, no, I don't have any pets.
I'm just trying to be an obstacle for someone to pass.
Nah, we're NPCs, that's the word.
No, unfortunately I don't have any pets, Wushel. I live in a rented unit and our contract states that we can't have pets. Although I do have, well, I don't have, but I visit regularly at my in-laws here in Brizzy. A lovely Labradoodle by the name of Lily. My bestie dog in the whole world. She's such a sweetheart. And I probably will be getting a dog once I get a house that allows me to own one. But at the moment, no, I don't, unfortunately. My partner grows kombucha in the kitchen, if that counts as a pet. All those Scoby babies on the shelf. She's very proud of them. Although, I do joke that one day we're going to go out and come back to the house and they'll have taken over. Oh, GBTW. Yeah, that Adam Rainey shared that news in the chat earlier on. That's incredibly sad.
starting to get cold out here in the garage.
Your lap time was 2:33.30.
OBLIO, Oblio, however you say that username. I would like to ask them, but unfortunately I think they might be a little bit busy at the moment. I don't want to distract anybody going through En Rouge, as a certain Mr. Bradshaw would say. It's a terrible first sector there, half a second down. Although we're approaching the 30-minute mark remaining. Are you guys still going with the underpants chat? Seriously? I can just see ding 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 at the top of my headset. And you're all talking about knickers. Fantastic. It's the kind of quality sim racing content we all strive for on this channel.
Steam ahead is now 15 seconds.
Yeah, Brody's pulled out another couple of seconds on me by the sounds of it. Knickers indeed, John Miller. Knickers indeed. Yeah, I wonder with this whole quarantine thing and this whole lockdown, if people are going to start bringing out ranges of dress underwear, you know, like formal underwear, for Skype meetings and all that kind of thing. I'd buy some.
There's a faster car approaching.
Stir crazy-itis, very true, Sean.
You've just done a 2:33.51.
We do have people showing off their underwear in public at the moment, Das. It's called Chermside Shopping Centre. You should probably Google that. That's probably a Brisbane reference that nobody in chat's going to get apart from Morza. And Greg, of course. If you're still watching, great to have you here. Gotta be so gentle with this car around the apexes. You can't just force it into the corners, you know? You can't just like steer more because it just doesn't grip more. You've really got to be patient with that right foot and that accelerator pedal. The Sim Contender. Welcome, mate. Welcome along. Why is there an alarm button on my steering wheel, Potato?
The Captain, steam ahead is increasing. It's now 15 seconds.
Oh, too hot into that one. I didn't see an alarm button. Yelling? Maybe my oil temperature or water temperature got too high just temporarily. Not too sure, really. Not sure what's going on with that. Oh, it's the code brown button. Well, that apex never saw the light of day.
That lap time was 2:33.22.
It's the warning that the boot is open. Very right, Sim Contender. I'm not too sure. I am cycling through my LCD screens now. I don't know, maybe it was temporary. Oh, on the actual steering wheel itself. Oh, that thing. I'm not too sure. I mean, I can see why there'd be an alarm light on the dashboard. But why would the driver need to press an alarm button? If anyone in the chat is the owner of a Lotus Evora GT4 car, or has experienced driving one, could you please kindly make yourself known in chat and explain why my steering wheel has an alarm button? I'd very much like to know. And unfortunately I can't press it. I mean I can, but on my wheel, in that position,
So steam ahead is now 17.
it's the brake bias.
Yellow flag.
Oh, we got smoke. We got smoke up ahead of us.
Incident clear.
Oh, that made me a little bit nervous. Matt McCasey's gone off ahead of us. Oh, unlucky Matt. About to go a lap down in the GT4 class, mate. Now, you see, Mark Jones, that's the kind of quality content that I'm after. It makes sense. It's probably to cancel an alarm. That's a very good shout, actually. So you see something come up on the dash, ding, alarm, cancel, get rid of it. Although if there's an alarm going off, it's usually going off for a reason. And cancelling the alarm is only going to get rid of your awareness of the problem, not the problem itself. Like a painkiller. Pain is still there, you just don't know.
Your last lap time was 2:34.19.
Left side's clear.
Cheers, Matt. Thanks, mate. We've got 23 minutes left to go in the race. We're in a very lonely second position now. Can't quite seem to get the pace that we did before the 232s. We're struggling to get below a 233. Although the tyres are starting to wear out now. The fuel is coming down though, that's good. Maybe at the end of the race we can have a bit more of a chance of setting some fast laps. But Brody's gone. Brody in the lead of the GT4 race is about 13-15 seconds down the road. Yeah, the tyres are going to be an interesting shout to the end of the race, Chris.
The gap to steam in front is now 19 seconds.
Yeah, maybe I should just conserve it. Maybe I should just play it safe, you know? Like you say, Das. If I could blow the tyres at the end of the race, that's not going to be any good.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
We got more people falling by the wayside.
Incident clear, green flag.
But they got up and running again, so that's good. Yeah, that front left is starting to give up all of the grip. Almost down at 50% now. No take backsies, you said fast laps. Alright then, Das. It's on. I'm going to be quiet for a lap now, people. For the first time in an hour and 45 minutes, I'm just going to do a lap
Clear, green flag.
and let you enjoy the sounds of RaceRoom racing experience.
That was 2:33.38.
See you in 2.5 minutes.
Green flag, sector 3. Sector 2 is clear.
Turn the volume up, guys. Enjoy the beautiful sounds of RaceRoom.
Well done, Dan. This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. That's 20 minutes to go.
It sounds alright, doesn't it? I could listen to RaceRoom all day. Just, honestly, hands down, the best audio in any sim out there. Fight me. To answer your question, IBG, I'm not going to announce the hot lap combo for the next round in advance because I don't want anyone to be on the board in advance. I can't give you a head start.
That lap was a 2:34.00. Sector 2 is 1.5 seconds off the pace.
I'll give you a clue. Single seater. We've had a couple of tin tops. We had obviously the Canard R52 in round 1 at RaceRoom Raceway Classic. And then for round 2, which is currently open and will stay open until the end of the challenge, or at the end of the championship like all challenges. They'll stay open until 1 week after the final challenge, so in about 7 weeks from now. The next combo is going to be single seaters instead of sports cars, touring cars, whatever you want to call them, just to mix things up. I'm not going to tell you which single seater, I'm not going to tell you which track, but if you tune in on Friday next week, you'll find out. So make sure you subscribe if you're not already, and press that notification bell to see when it goes out. Gonna buy all the single seaters. I'm gonna make it some very interesting combinations towards the end of the championship though. I've got one in mind that I think you guys are all going to absolutely love. It's going to be ridiculous, but you guys are going to love it. I think it's round 6 or 7. And when Daytona comes out, which RaceRoom have confirmed they are releasing Daytona at some point, just not sure when. Then I'm going to do a hot lap challenge at Daytona as well. Hopefully it's in the next 8 weeks. They might be cutting it fine though, it might be the last round. So when you guys see Daytona come out, you'll definitely want to get that track. Nice try guessing it in chat, guys. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
That was a 2:33.29.
Looks like we've got a rather tasty little battle for WTCRs ahead of us.
Sector 2 is yellow.
5th and 6th in class.
Oh, she's first.
Ah, less than expert. Thanks for the heads up, mate. Just waiting for the okay.
Green flag, sector 2. McDonald is now retired.
Unlucky Kevin.
Just started me looking sore after that. Just, I don't know.
Emotionally or physically? Because for me it's both.
I feel that, buddy. Being in lost and just not being able to control the car, absolutely, I don't know. It's just one of those races to me. But I tried hard.
Plus also the thing is, it took over an hour and a half for you to get +2 laps, so it's pretty good effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
Okay, Dan, 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. Great
I'm at the
stuff.
point
Keep it
where
going.
my pace is just 2:38, and there's just nothing I feel like I can do about it. I feel like it's a setup thing. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I've just gotta ride it out.
Yeah, I feel like I did that for myself as well. Tried to play around with it, just couldn't get as fast as everyone else, but I'll still try. Maybe it's my Friday.
I love the way you guys are all trying to guess in chat what the Hot Lap Challenge Championship combo is. I'm not going to give it away. I want it to be a surprise. I don't want anyone to get any kind of advantage. And besides, I might change it before then. I might change my mind. I'm really, you know, up in the air about this kind of thing. I usually record the challenges on the Tuesday or the Wednesday, and then upload them on the Friday.
That lap was a 2:34.03.
Give that guy plenty of time. I don't want to dive bomb him in his battle with Ben Andrews. I'll get him on the straight here. NSU at Nordschleifer. That would be something, hey, IBG. The problem is I've already used the NSU. I can confirm that I will not be using the same car or track at any time during this championship challenge.
Car on your left. Still there. You're clear on the left.
There's a faster class car behind.
Give him a little bit of room there just to be safe. I thought he was going to turn in on me then, but turns out he just overshot the corner. Excuse me. I'm not going to confirm IBG. I'm not going to say anything. Maybe? Maybe. I haven't decided yet. You're just going to have to wait and see. Back to the underwear talk, that is right. At least that's a solid topic. Sorry, that was terrible. That was an awful joke. Oh, too wide. But you never know, Nick. It's been a long race, mate. Oh, way too wide. Tyres are definitely starting to go now. Das.
That lap time was 2:34.53. Sector 2 is 2.0 seconds off the pace. Alright, Dan, lap times are pretty consistent.
They are, Mr. Spotter. They're just consistently slow. But we're pretty safe here. We've got second position. We're on lap 43. A 1 hour 50 into a 2 hour race. There's no real reason to push. Like, I could get a puncture on the tyres if I run wide. My front left is now down at 39%. My front left is definitely taking the most strain around this track. There's a lot of high-speed right-handers here, which are definitely taking all the wear out of that tyre. Should just about manage. Yeah, these tyres are really starting to suffer now. With the tyres, they degrade pretty equally, but if you don't adjust your driving styles to suit the tyres, like if you just still drive as aggressively, then you're going to put even more load through the tyres, which is going to wear them out even quicker. So if you drive like a absolute madman and don't take into account the fact that your tyres do have less grip, and try and banzai it around the corner in the same way, you will actually wear them out quicker. So it's kind of like an increasing scale. Like that corner then, I was turning in to that corner thinking I had the grip that I had at the start of the stint, and because I put a lot more steering lock in than I would normally put in, you can see the tyre temperature there is glowing red. It's now down to 37%. So I really need to start taking it easy with only 10 minutes left to go in the race. They're not going to reach 0, but the lower they are, the more kind of chance you have of getting a puncture. And that's just the way I played the strategy. I came in for an early stop, I short-filled it in the first half of the race to try and get an advantage.
You've just done a 2:33.77. Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Okay, Das, when will I start aggressively pushing as promised? I'll try this lap. I'll give it everything I've got on this lap. And when I say everything, I mean everything. 9! Yeah. Yeah, this is fast lap.
Sector 2 is yellow.
You can tell it's getting serious, my tongue's starting to come out and everything. Stay safe. We'll do Das.
Sector 2 is clear.
Ah, too wide there. Whoa, only 0.2 of a second down though. Okay, maybe I have been cruising around for the past half an hour or so. Oh no, there's the understeer.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Dan.
You can still tell from the delta.
Limits, watch those lines.
Okay, that would have been 1/4 of a second down. Trying the super late apex in turn 1 there to get as much speed down the straight as possible. So that was a pretty fast lap. It's just a shame I ran out of track limits. Was it Radeon? No, it's not Radeon. What's the name of it? I can't remember the name of it now. The Puon. No, it's not Puon. What's it called? Not Tetra Rouge. That's the wrong track. That's Le Mans. Blanchimont. That's the one. If I didn't get a cut track at Blanchimont last lap round, that could have been a 2:32.
That's 5 minutes to go. Come on, keep it together. We'll be on the podium here.
Oh, come on.
Stay between the lines, please, Dan.
Fortunate the instant limit is turned off for this race, because I would have well and truly exceeded it by now. If this was any other normal RaceRoom race, that would have been an instant disqualification. Campus. I really hope I don't get a puncture, guys. With 3 minutes left in the race, we're going to be maybe on 2 laps. Depending on when Brody crosses the line. Oh.
Gone out of track limits. Keep it between the lines.
One lap would be nice. See, this is why I wasn't pushing Das. I was very happy within my track limits. Okay, Chris. Play it nice and safe. This is a solid second position, right?
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
Ooh. The outside is lava, okay. What's the gap to Steen?
1 hour, 6 minutes.
Okay, apparently Brody is that fast, he's 1 hour 6 minutes ahead of me. GG, Brody, GG.
Okay, Dan, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Last lap. Looking good for a podium.
I think this will be the last lap as well. To the tension. Will my tyres hold on? My front left is down to 27%. It is known for the tyres to go at any point below 40%. You can get a puncture at any point. I was the one who played the strategy. I was the one who decided to come in for the early stop, so if the tyre goes, that's on me. 26% now. Come on, car, hold it together. This is the last lap. We could be on for a podium. Another, yet another second place with AUS-NZ Racing. I haven't actually practiced driving with flats, because believe it or not, this is the longest stint I've ever done in this car. In practice, I've only ever got to about 45. Excuse me. I've never tried a full stint on a set of tyres.
Come on, 2 litres of fuel, let's do this.
Is that Brody running out of fuel? Front left is down to 25%. Brody? I think Brody's just crossed the line. I think Brody just won. And there comes the low fuel warning on the dash as well. Okay, last corner. Final corner, guys. We're coming into the chicane for the final time here at the 2 hours of Spa. With AUS-NZ Racing. Front left tyre down to 24%. There we go.
Time for a drink.
Well done, Dan. Great drive.
Woo!
Yuck.
Oh, second position. It's a bit warm. There we go. Solid result. Absolutely solid result. Yet again, the bridesmaid. And to everybody who voted.
Check the gas button, so my pit crew didn't fill my tank up. So I had to go back into the pits, and I got a fucking drive-through penalty for speeding.
Oh, that's just unlucky.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Das Breitschford, Wuschel, IBG, Sim Contender, Mark Jones, Christopher Arcosi, Michael Power, Very Important Potato, Nick Silver, Sean Smith, Oblio.
Well, I learnt a lot from that.
Jay Little, Less Than Expert Racing. Holy moly, there are a lot of you in the chat
I
tonight.
learned after 2 hours I get very sweaty.
Hey, thank you, Brody. Congrats on the win, Brody. Awesome job, mate.
Cheers, Dan. Yeah, good stuff, Brody.
You didn't accidentally pick a GT3, did you, by the way, mate?
I was just pushing that hard to try and catch the TCR boys.
I didn't notice that, like, when I passed a pair, more often than not, it was a mixed class pair.
Yeah, the difference between the GT4s and TCRs here was not that much, really. A great choice.
They just do their laps but a little bit differently, eh? It's good.
Oh yeah, down the straight, so much more straight line, but then into the braking zones, just you better not move back on line. There we go, let's have a look at the results then, shall we, guys? So 14 people in Class A, which is
Right, no, race
TCRs.
Reverse grid.
Let's do it.
4 hours of Spa, let's go.
I don't know if my body can handle the reverse side.
Okay, so this is Class A, so this is the TCRs basically.
Absolutely spent after that stint.
Jaeger, congratulations on the win. Just looking at the results there was 7/10 between the two TCRs at the end. That was pretty impressive.
Oh, they swapped positions multiple times that last lap.
You reckon that's definitely worth a replay, yeah?
That is definitely worth a replay.
Okay guys, you heard it.
Go and see that.
You heard it from Brody. We're going to go and watch the replay. Alright, I think I might put that on the stream then, mate. I think I might quit this down and go and watch that. Seriously though, mate, thank you for organising this. That was such a good event. Great racing. Yeah, just... When's the next one? What's going to be the next one, mate? What's going on? What's the plan?
Next one, I reckon 3 weeks' time. It's going to be a classic one, this one.
Oh.
Group C and GTO.
Nice.
And track's to be confirmed, but I can confirm it's an American circuit.
Is it an American circuit that you could say you could invest your money in it? You know, you could do banking there, perhaps.
It depends on whether RaceRoom release it or not by the 3 weeks' time.
Well, what's the backup plan if it's not Daytona? Road America?
Backup plan is Road America.
Oh!
America! Fuck yeah!
And there goes the monetization. Thanks, guys.
You know what? You made it so far.
Oh, I made it 2 hours without a single swear word. Even Sticky was in this race as well.
2 hours plus, man. Like there was like 10 minutes before and everything. Wow.
Oh, awesome.
No, just self-copyright mute it and then be good. I'm sure that strategy works.
Alright, well there we go. That is the results, guys. I'm going to very quickly exit out the game. Alright guys, I'm going to go and put the last lap TCR battle on my stream if you want to tune in. If you want to have a squiz of that, I'll put the replay on.
Yeah, I'll jump over.
Time to bid up a browser again, because now I don't care if the game crashes.
Let's put some music back on, shall we? Just fill up that awkward silence in the background. There we go, that's more like it. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you want to hang around for a while...
So I'm a bit of a RaceRoom newbie. Is really Daytona really not in this? I haven't taken a look yet.
It's coming soon.
Man, they got IndyCar and not Daytona.
No, it's 9:40 PM in the evening here, so perfect time for a whiskey and watch a TV show. And I really need a wee, actually.
The files are in the game, they're just waiting to unlock.
Oh, is it that on the precipice, is it?
I was desperate for a wee at the pit stop, so I have no idea how I held on for the hour.
Weeks.
Das Brightswood.
Yeah, I've just been bashing it out because I got back.
Very good you ask about ACC, by the way, mate. I've tried setting that up in VR, and I struggled with it. To be honest with you, the graphics look absolutely awful. I really want to race ACC because the guys at AUS-NZ race ACC every Saturday. Excuse me. Excuse me again. It's that garlic lamb coming back. Morza, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Sim Contender, glad you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for a few minutes, we're going to watch the last lap of the TCR battle and see what happened. And if you like the music, by the way, because I always forget to say this, there is a link to the video, link to the SoundCloud playlist in the video description. Let's have a look at video settings very quickly. Custom settings. Let's put that on high, medium, shadows lowest, split shadows on. It's the last lap, so there won't be that many cars. Depth of field on, motion blur fast, high quality, lens effects on, don't need a review, shader value high. Cool, let's do it. Let's have a look at the replay. Let's see what happened. I don't normally do this on my streams, but hey, you know, it's been a couple of hours already. Let's do a little bit more. And it might take a few minutes for this to load. Ah, very important potato. Yes, I will get in touch with Lucaberg. I'll pop over to the Speedy Mite Discord and have a chat with him, because if I could get ACC working in VR, then that would be absolutely fantastic. And this is something I've been working on for a few weeks now, getting it together, but as soon as I do get ACC working, I'm hopefully going to be recording a video with Dennis Lind, actual, real-life GT3 factory Lamborghini driver. And I'm going to be driving his car in Assetto Corsa Competizione. And then he's going to go and drive it and beat me by 10 seconds. But I'm not exactly sure what the format of the video is going to be yet. But yep, watch this space. As soon as I can get Assetto Corsa Competizione working, I'm going to be doing a video with Dennis Lind, which is going to be awesome. He was in the Zancho, fun race that I did on Wednesday, where I got absolutely owned in a Corvette around Sebring. If I do get it working, Das, I will put a video together, because it does work. I can get it working, but it looks awful. It looks absolutely awful. Nowhere near RaceRoom, nowhere near rFactor 2. To be honest, rFactor 2 is actually one of the best looking VR games out there, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, Marzi. It's, I just need some help, basically. Yeah. It's a cry for help, so anyone out in there in chat, if you have got Assetto Corsa Competizione working nicely in VR and looking decent on the monitor to record it as well, head on over to Discord, link in the description, send me a message over there, and yeah, we'll get it sorted. Hey, Norman Robinson. Oh, I haven't seen you for ages, mate. Hope you're doing alright. I haven't watched... No, I did watch the Virtual Grand Prix, actually. I did watch that with Jimmy Broadbent going toe-to-toe with Jensen Button, I believe it was. That was a fun race. I think Andre Heimgartner was in that as well on the Renault. Yeah, Marzi. Heath helped me out a lot with Dirt Rally 2.0, actually. Getting that set up for VR, so I'll ask him as well. My GPU is a NVIDIA 1080 Ti, I believe. Oh, Dave Wood. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Seriously, you guys are... See, this is why you guys are the best fans. Hashtag LH44blessed. Because you're just so helpful. Okay, we're in. Great timing with the music there as well. Let me just pause that. That is paused. Okay, so... hopefully this comes across okay for you guys as well. I think my graphics card might be under a little bit of stress and load at the moment. It's not too stuttery, now it's good. Okay, so that was my car, that was my Lotus. My Lotus Evora. Oh, that's terrible. Let me just move that over there. So that's the start of the race, we don't want to watch that. Hey guys, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sorry about that, I just realised I had you on mute for that. Who was in that last lap battle with the TCRs? What were their names? I can't remember now.
It was Tamas Jaeger and...
D Soke? Csoke? C-S-O-K-E?
It was a soak.
Soak.
And Thomas was proper quick. I could tell. He's like top of the leaderboard. Consistent.
Just struggling a bit with the camera system here. One sec, guys. Oh, here we go. I've got him.
Oh, the delay's doing my heading.
Yeah, fantastic frames a second. For some reason, when I record desktop footage from RaceRoom, if RaceRoom is the active window, it's incredibly stuttery. However, when I switch focus to OBS, it works perfectly fine. How does that work, guys? How does that work? Alrighty. Okay, I think we've got it. That's you in the background, Brody, coming down the start-finish.
Yes, that is me.
I think I might be 2 laps behind here, actually, but we'll see. So this is for P2. This is currently position 2 in the TCRs, and I think the guy ahead of him is in P1. Hey, Christopher. Any tips for driving a P2 prototype in Laguna Seca? That's not a combination I've ever done before, but I imagine if it's a P2 you've got a lot of downforce, so you really want to try and attack the corner entry, especially around those sweepy corners. Be very gentle in the corkscrew, I would say. I'm not really sure if a 1 minute 20 is a good lap or not. I don't have a reference point. If you record some footage for me, if you record like an onboard of say 4 or 5 laps, send me it on Discord, send me a link to it on Discord, I'll have a look for you, mate. I'm not a qualified driver trainer or a coach or anything like that, but yeah. It's, I'll give it a go, mate. I'll give it a go. Okay. Yeah, I think I put it in a lap too early on this footage. But yep, just starting to get tasty now.
A lap too early, you mean more content?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like I've already been streaming for 2.5 hours, guys. Yeah, sorry about the frame drops, by the way. Every time I switch back to RaceRoom to move the window around, it doesn't like it. But yeah, once again, I just want to say an absolutely massive thanks to Brody Steen for organising this event. Always puts on a fantastic show, always puts on a great combination. These TCRs and... oh, here we go, it's starting to get tasty now. We've got Jaeger on the outside, going into the bus stop chicane. We're heading on to the final lap here at Spa. He's got a great drive out the final corner. What was the name of the other dude again in P1? We got Jaeger and someone else?
Soak with a C.
Soak, was it? Okay, so we're on the run down to Eau Rouge here. Looks like there's a lapped car ahead of him in the 96 Seat TCR car. The number 5 Hyundai there of Jaeger is currently holding onto the lead, but he's got Soku very close behind him. On the run down to Lake Coombs, going down the back straight here. We've got Brody Steen in the lead GT4 car, 3rd position overall. He's closing in nicely. He's been putting the laps and he's been down in the 2-minute 31s. Trying to get the gap closed, and he goes for the inside. Jaeger tries to get him into Lake Coombs. He's been a little bit liberal with the track limits there, heading once to the outside, trying to get the over-under. Heading down to Bruxelles, this is all or nothing on the last lap. 2 hours of racing, just about to culminate here in the end of the race. He's trying the inside. Those tyres are going to be absolutely cactus at this point of the race. Trying to get the power down on a sweeping right-hander downhill off camber. That WTCR car is not going to be enjoying that in the slightest, but now we're heading down to Puan, I believe. Brody Steen getting ever closer in that KTM crossbow in 3rd position. Running out of corners here. We've got Soke closing in the gap on Jaeger, I believe. Oh, is it the way around? I've lost track. Because I'm such a professional commentator. He's going for the dive. Jaeger in 2nd position. Dylan Pro there, about to get lapped, heading towards the line. He'll want to get lapped. He'll want his pain to be over. He's been going for 2 hours. The front of that car looking rather worse for wear. He's holding the pack up nicely. No blue flags here, of course, though. No blue flags, and they're both going to use the slipstream to their advantage down the back straight. But he is boxed in, and they both run wide, using all of the track and then some. Jaeger's got the run. He's sneaking his note to the inside, and he's got the slipstream. Is he going to get it done into the final chicane? It's neck and neck. Jaeger's on the outside here of Soke. Still side by side. Contact. Whoa, just plant the throttle. Get it straight. Jaeger's got the position. Jaeger into the final chicane. Gets the position with a cheeky tap there. Sends it right. Sends it left. Soke gives it everything he's got. Absolutely late on the brakes. And across the line. Jaeger takes the victory overall and in class for the TCRs, with Soke in 2nd and a Brody Steen coming home in a close 3rd position, lead of the GT4 cars. What a fantastic finish. Oh, there we go. You weren't kidding there, Brody. That was pretty good.
Oh, that was good to watch from behind them.
Oh. And on that note, let's put some music back on. And we are actually going to wrap up the stream now because I really, really, really need a wee. Where are we? Camera. There we go. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You've been absolutely fantastic. Your support on this stream all the way throughout this race has been incredible. Thank you so much to everyone who watched. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing in chat. Thank you for just being there for me. I really appreciate your support on this channel. What have we got coming up over the next few days? I know I like to do a lengthy outro, so I'm going to try and keep it short this time. On Tuesday, we have Tuesday Thunder with AUS-NZ Racing. Race starts at 9:30 AM GMT. We're doing a 30-minute race, with a 35-minute race with a mandatory safety car at the 15-minute mark. NSU's at Norris Ring. That's going to be fantastic. Over the next few days, I'm going to be doing my first proper, Automobilista 2 video. I'm going to be racing the V8 supercar at Montreal because I really love that car and I really like that track. Friday is going to be the Hot Lap Challenge, round 3 of the DDF Racer YouTube channel Hot Lap Challenge Championship. The DDF YT HCC. No, that's not better. I'll think of a shorter name for it sometime, guys. But that comes out on Friday. And probably a heap of stuff in between which I haven't thought of or haven't planned yet. Things are popping up pretty short notice these days in the sim racing world, so I've just got to be around and got to be available. But this was the 2 hours of Spa with AUS-NZ Racing. We came home second. We qualified second. We ran in first for the first 45 minutes of the race, but Brody was too good for us. Brody. Maybe next time we'll get him. Maybe next time I can be just as delusional. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, like the stream, like the video, wherever you are in the world, whatever time it is. Thank you for watching. Look after yourselves. And I'll see you all in the next video or the next stream. Or on Discord. Link in the description. Check me out on Discord. But either way, look after yourselves and I'll catch you soon. Thank you so much, guys. I've been DDF Racer.